Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to another Live in the Kitchen with me, Paul.
Me, Jason.
Collectively,
Those vegan guys.
Hope you're all well. See lots of you in the house already. So that's always nice to see.
Always nice to see. We've got Ashley, our mod. Other mods may join us.
You never know.
It is very early doors. But yeah, we say good afternoon, but of course we do appreciate that some of yous are not in the UK. So it could be good evening, it could be good morning
There are so many things it could be. If you've missed our last couple of vlogs, or if indeed this is the first time you've happened upon the channel, our last couple of vlogs have been a couple of belters, and we'd love you to check them out after you've watched this, maybe. First and foremost, and about bloody time too, because it took a while to get it sorted. We met the lovely Angharad and Mum Linda and Dad Ian, and we had a gorgeous meal.
Fabulous time.
Lily's in Ashton. And it's a 2-vlog story, because there's our vlog of it, which you can see in our recent uploads playlist, and then there's Angharad's vlog of it, so 2 different perspectives of the same event of us getting to meet for the first time, and it was absolutely lovely. So and the other one is I have been on one of the last lives that we did. I made borscht. Was it the last Sunday live?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, on the last Sunday live we made borscht, and then this week, can't remember what day it was, I made borscht again, and made it into a shorter 10-minute recipe vlog. So that's there on the channel. Those 2 are well worth a watch. But today we're here to do another 86 Eats special. Now, if you don't know about 86 Eats, Kat, K-A-T, is the lady behind all the magic. She doesn't profess to be anything but someone who loves to cook and eat, much like myself. And I love that. And not too long ago, on one of our lives, we made her recipe for Deli style roast beef, and it was a big hit with us both. And it was a big hit with your dad.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi Mum and Dad Brom, if you're watching.
Hi Mum and Dad, much love.
So the idea I've seen Kat's got so many recipes on the website, 86eats.com. The number 8, the number 6, the word eats, altogether.com. You must check out the website. Some fantastic things. Now, I've chosen this particular recipe today as a possible for Christmas for us. But this is actually deli style turkey, really. So it's meant for thin slicing and for sandwiches and stuff like that. Well, that's what I want over Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to have a couple of slices on my Christmas dinner warmed up, and then the rest cold for sandwiches. That'd be absolutely perfect.
We're fond over the festive period of a few plates where you've got a smattering,
like a buffet,
of little, picky things, bits and things, as we often say. We are fond of that. So this might just be the perfect thing for, a few days over the festive season. Quick shout out to Leanne, who has joined us. Thank you for being here, Leanne. And thanks to our mods as always.
Oh, just move your head out the way a minute.
I nearly fell off then.
Sorry, love. No, because I need people to see that. You might have seen that big pile of muck over there at one point with the big, sweet bowl. It was just a mess.
It wasn't muck, though, was it?
Because I've sorted out that cupboard, it's had a chain reaction. First it with that cupboard, then it with the shelving unit, then it were all this. Oh, I've been on a right mission.
It is his domain, so it's only fair, really, that Paul sorts it. I was saying before we went live today, I was like, are you going to get all the stuff together that you need? And then I realised, I was like,
don't have to.
He knows where everything is because he's done the cupboards.
So
sorted.
I've jotted down the gist of the recipe from Kat's website.
Yeah, you can just about make that out, I think.
Can we get a bit closer?
Yeah.
What I will do, and I forgot to do at this point, I've mentioned it's from 86 Eats in the description, but I haven't put the link to the page. As soon as this is done, I'll put the link to the page where I got this recipe from in the description. But it's a pretty simple recipe, really. 400 to 450 grams of firm tofu, 1 cup of vital wheat gluten, half cup of water, quarter cup of nooch, 2 tablespoons of a neutral tasting oil, I'm using extra virgin, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of dried sage, a teaspoon of rosemary, a tablespoon of chicken style stock. So luckily we've been sent the no chick bouillon, so I'll use that. But you could just use vegan chicken oxo cube dissolved in water. It actually says that in the recipe. 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke and 1 teaspoon of salt. So instead of using normal salt, I'm going to use the chicken salt that we got sent from Australia. Because I've had it loads.
It's half New Zealand, half Australia.
You shut it. And then 3 tablespoons of hickory seasoning. So what you do at the end, basically, is you get whatever herbs and bits you want on the outside of your deli style turkey, and you make them into a thing, and then you put them on before you roast it. So it's a very easy process. It's basically put the tofu in the food processor for a couple of minutes until it's properly broken down, then add all other ingredients and leave it on until it forms a dough.
Then cook it.
Then you knead it for a little while.
What does the kneading do? Is the kneading just to incorporate everything further, or is it actually, does it do something in terms of to aid the cooking process?
It's like in baking. It helps everything melt together properly, and it gets rid of air pockets.
Because I don't know.
So on and so forth.
Quick shout out to everyone in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you haven't already given us a thumbs up on the live stream, it would be greatly appreciated. It genuinely does help with the YouTube robots. I know we always say it, but it's true. So thank you to everyone. 68 in the house, 47 thumbs up. So we're getting close. Quick shout out to people who have just come in. Will and Chris and Will, Rachel, Hannah,
all right,
Jill, Earfront, Rainbow Vegans Rock, Sandra, Sheridan. I'm going to scroll right up to the top and give another quick shout out to you fabulous people who were here before we were. I can shift over, Paul, if you want me to.
Move over onto always, please.
Yeah, I know. Frank, Angeride's Life, of course, us 3 vegans, Muddy Paws, Holly, Daljit, Nikki, Denise, Kirsten, Johanna. Thank you all for being here, as always. It's a pleasant Sunday afternoon. We've been down to the allotment for a short while.
Just showing you, that's the tofu I'm using. It's the extra large, extra firm tofu, and it's 450 grams.
There we go.
Just so as you know.
Leanne said, in answer to my question before, it stretches the gluten and helps it firm properly. Thank you, Leanne, for that additional element. Hello, Barbara from Germany.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Friday, étranger, stranger. Sorry. Look, social, je suis enchanté.
You'll get us copyright struck with all your copyrighted singing.
How many times do I have to tell you to shut your mouth?
Well, technically, I'm telling you the same, aren't I? So we're on the same page. If we both do that, it's not going to make for a particularly interesting live stream, though. Rachel, just while Paul's doing his prep in the background, I can answer that very quickly. Thank you. That would be lovely. And our PO box is in the comments. Is in the description of most, if not all, of our videos on the channel. So you can find out.
Watch out the packet, it's going in the food processor. I'm just going to break it up into bits.
Oh, thanks for being here, Jay. And thanks for saying hello. And hello to your mum, Carol, as well. Thanks for watching. Hannah, it does sound like it's going to be banging. I've got high expectations.
Well, the Deli roast beef was fantastic.
That's what I was going to say.
It really was. It really was. She knows her stuff, Kat.
Yeah.
And she's very obviously someone who loves food, loves to cook and loves to eat. You can tell by the time and effort she's put into these recipes. And they're so simple, really. These ones, particularly the kind of tofu-based deli stuff.
Yeah, without a doubt. Barbara says, Paul, I love singing that song too.
It's a great song, isn't it?
It is. It's a good one.
Jake, can you pass me my fancy multicoloured measurers?
Yes.
Please. Thank you very much.
Fancy
Right, I'm just going to put the food processor on for a second. So sorry about the noise, but it needs to be done. Otherwise, this is not cooking in the kitchen vlog, is it? Oh, it helps if you plug it in, apparently.
Yes. We don't have solar powered processors yet. It's doing its thing. It's getting there. Little by little.
That ought to do it. Now I've just got to add everything else, and I'll do that in a second.
Where's that ray of light coming from? You were stood back there, then I was like, there was like a ray of sunshine coming through.
Where's that gap in?
There's a gap. Yeah. Rachel says, have you guys ever been to Edinburgh? I don't think I have.
No.
No.
I'm very upset about that because I've always wanted to go to the Edinburgh Festival.
Yeah, we've said as well, you know, hopefully the next couple of years will be better in terms of us all just being more comfortable kind of travelling around and that. One of the things we've both acknowledged recently is we've actually not really been across the border and been anywhere in Scotland, either of us, significantly. So it's definitely something we'd like to do in the future. But equally, we'd also like to head down south to the south coast, and we'd also like to, at some point, go and explore a bit of Wales as well, because Wales is beautiful.
We're going to Wales next year for sure.
Yeah.
Because Angarad and I are doing a collab. Second one. Go to her kitchen and cook, me and her.
Nice.
Sorry, Linda, that might be the first you're hearing about that. Me and Angarad are planning it in the background.
Nice.
And we want to go camping in Wales, don't we?
We do. I've only found out recently, and I'm sure Leanne is fully aware of this because she lives there, of course. But Wales is world renowned for its dark skies, for being able to see the stars at night and the moon and that. So yeah, that's cool.
Right, I'm going to start putting the other ingredients in here now.
Yes, Leanne. Yes.
Using my lovely little plastic measurers because they're perfect.
Okay.
So.
This is the important bit, really, isn't it? In terms of the measurements.
Yeah, but people will get that from the paper recipe.
Yeah. Charlotte, that's funny. I'm trying to watch you guys whilst my 6-year-old is singing All I Want for Christmas on the karaoke machine. That's cute. Love that.
Right, 1 cup of vital wheat gluten in. Half a cup of water.
Half a cup of water.
A quarter cup of nooch.
A quarter cup of nooch. Hi Victoria, thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good one.
Quarter cup of nooch. Nooch is nutritional yeast for anyone who doesn't know, by the way. I know some people have said afterwards, like, what's nooch?
You can get all sorts now, can't you? There's the stuff that Ashley sent us recently. There's the new Bosch nooch range that's different flavours and things.
2 tablespoons of oil.
2 tablespoons of oil.
So I'm just using extra virgin olive oil. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch.
That's 2 tablespoons of cornstarch.
Now, buggeration. You know when you've already used your tablespoon measure for something wet, and then it was oil, so you've really got to wash it out.
Hannah, I think it's a relatively new thing that's kind of come about in the last year or so, isn't it? The sort of flavoured nooches.
Yes.
I could be mistaken. They may have been around longer than that, but certainly in terms of mainstream, like in the supermarkets and stuff, I think it's something that's kind of come about over the last 12 months or so. Yeah.
Really got to try this now because it had oil on it. I'll have to wash it with soap and then make it bone dry because I'm about to use it for another dry product.
Of course.
Which is cornstarch.
Nadine, it is well worth diving in. And we've got quite a few vlogs on the channel where Paul has done sort of different awesome things with tofu. It's really versatile.
It took us ages to get into it though, Jay.
Yeah, you're right. It did take us a while to get into it, and once we were like, wow. Like, so yeah, you go on our channel, and type in tofu, basically. Our videos should come up, and there'll be a plethora of things.
Right, 2 teaspoons. Oh no, that's a half tablespoon. That's teaspoon, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 teaspoons of onion powder.
2 teaspoons.
Yeah.
Of onion powder. Jay, we went to Wing It last weekend, I think, and vlogged it. If memory serves. Was it last weekend, mister? I think, yeah. And we'll probably go again, but it's a semi-regular visit to Wing It because we stock up when we go. But yeah, great place. Absolutely brilliant. And as we've said in a lot of our, whenever we've been down there, the likelihood is if you've not got a Wing It near you, there will be some other similar type of place where you can get, Chinese stuff. Hmm.
1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic powder.
1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Joan, yeah, I think that's where we spotted the Bosch nooch. I think it was Sainsbury's, yeah. But I think they got it.
Tesco's.
Was it Tesco's? Tesco's?
Oh no, Sainsbury's as well, I think.
Yeah.
I think they both got it
in. The conscious creatrix.
1/2 teaspoon of sage.
1/2 teaspoon of sage. Making up a nut roast as I really fancy some Christmas sandwiches. Why not? Why not? people are getting into the spirit already, and I don't blame them. I'm not criticising anybody for getting into the spirit of the festive period a bit early, because it's been a tough 18 months really for most, hasn't it? So I've got no problems with people getting into the festive spirit a little bit earlier this year.
1 teaspoon of rosemary. Sorry to keep interrupting you, Jess, but I'm on a mission here.
Hey, it's okay. 1 teaspoon of rosemary. I'm just filling, mister, whilst you're adding each component. I mean, this is the flavour, isn't it? This is all about the flavour.
Yeah.
At this point.
1 tablespoon of no chick stock. Now, luckily, I've got some because I've been sent this no chick bouillon. But any kind of fake chicken stock in a tablespoon of water would do. And then we're back to washing the tablespoon measure. Because at the time it was full of corn flour.
Thank you, Rachel, for the reminder. Always appreciated. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Just pop out the comments for a second. Hit the thumbs up. Come back in. Carry on chatting. That's an interesting question, Sandra, but I can't. There's no definitive answer. It's just completely random what Paul's wearing and what I'm wearing most of the time. That's funny.
What is?
Samantha's commented. Has anyone else been playing the game of how much is a vegan hamper actually worth? I love winding my other half up with it. Jason, she reminds me of you, all about size and weight ratio. Yeah, that's a fair point, Samantha. That is a fair point.
1 teaspoon of liquid smoke and a teaspoon of salt, and we're done. But I'm going to use chicken salt that we got sent from Australia.
There you go.
Where's my liquid smoke? There it is.
Bridget's already started on the Christmas movies. Fair play.
1 teaspoon of liquid smoke, 1 teaspoon of salt.
1 teaspoon of liquid smoke, and what was the other one, Paul?
1 teaspoon of salt, but I'm using that chicken salt.
Yeah, chicken salt. Tom's office, that's nice. Got you up on the big telly today, watching with hubby. Was meant to go for a walk, but it's miserable outside and I'd rather be watching you two lovely gents. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Yeah, it's been lovely and sunny in our neck of the woods today, but deceptively cold. So we did have a little bit of time down at the allotment. There will be an allotment vlog on Monday for anybody that's interested. Just get that out there now, in case I forget.
Right, noise again.
You're watching with anticipation. It will soon be over. Please don't leave. See how it's forming a dough ball now? Yeah?
I think.
Sorry about that, everyone, but it's a necessary process.
Oh my God, that smells incredible.
Does it smell good?
Yeah, really, really, really good though.
Is there any chance you can bring the jug over so you can show people?
Yeah, well, in a minute. Well, they'll be getting out in a minute. So
Oh, of course, yeah.
I have to knead it.
Yeah.
I'll knead it on there.
Is that what? Well, yeah, no, it should be okay. Yeah, it's just the laptop and camera mic.
Oh, no, I might just do it over here then.
Tracy is making no chicken, tofu curls and dumplings, roasted Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and chocolate silken pie.
Ooh.
Fabulous. For, what is it? Thanksgiving, isn't it? Of course. Thanksgiving in the US.
So what time do you want us round then?
And Joan, we will be doing Vlogmas this year. Those vegan guys advent calendar leading up to Christmas Day. And we will be vlogging every day. There'll be something on the channel. It may be long, it may be short, who knows? But we are doing Vlogmas, definitely. We did it last year. And we'll also be live on Christmas Day, having our Christmas dinner, which I know some of you are aware of, but if anyone isn't aware, and the whole concept around that is that both of us, we really can't stand to think of anybody being alone on Christmas Day.
I won't have it.
When they would rather not be alone.
I will not have it.
Through no choice, basically. So for anybody that would like to, they can join us on Christmas Day whilst we have our Christmas dinner, have a quick chat and a catch up. We did that last year as well, and it was lovely. So, and we were pleasantly surprised last year. Actually, we didn't think there'd be that many on, and there was quite a lot considering it was Christmas Day.
So, see how it's formed like a dough ball, and now I need to knead that by hand on the worktop. But I think that gives you a nice clear shot of what it should look like.
Mm-hmm. And I tried.
And I have to thank Siobhan again for getting us this food processor from our wish list, because no blame to Kat, it's not her fault. But the making the deli roast beef in my previous blender broke it. Weren't strong enough. This one's a proper strong one.
Yeah, definitely. Samantha, going back to what we were chatting about previously about hampers and gift boxes and things. Fortnum and Mason, 150 quid. There's 9 items. 2 boxes of speciality teas, peanut butter, olives, mushroom paste, wine, 2 boxes of sweets, and a Christmas pudding. 150 quid. I'm not reckoning the price to weight ratio is really going to pan out there, is it? Thank you, Rachel, for your lovely words about the allotment as well. It's been, we said earlier on today, it's been an absolute joy this year working the allotment. It's been wonderful.
In fact, I've just uploaded a picture to Instagram of some carrots and parsnips you'll see if you watch the vlog tomorrow that we're having for our dinner today.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll just do that. You can just kind of see Paul in the background doing his...
Yeah, I'm just kneading this now.
Doing his kneading.
Come and smell it, Jess.
I will. Oh, hello, Craft Lover 9 from New Jersey. Thanks for being here. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Do you think you've kneaded it enough?
No, just a tiny bit more.
Okay. So for anyone that's just joining us, we are making, what are we making again?
Deli style turkey.
Deli style turkey from 86eats.com. And it's already smelling and looking like it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's almost a dead cert, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but at this point, it's almost a dead cert that it'll come out and it'll slice lovely and it'll taste great. That's what we're banking on anyway. Thank you everyone, by the way, as well, for the thumbs up, because we've got 108 in the house, which is awesome. And we've got 73 thumbs up, which is also incredible. But you know what I'm going to ask? If you haven't already, please do consider giving the live stream a quick thumbs up, because it genuinely really helps get the down-to-earth vegan message out there across the YouTubes. You know what, Leanne? I don't know. Leanne says, do you have an affiliate link in your storefront? For a particular thing, Leanne? For a particular product? Oh, thank you, Angarad. Can't wait for your Vlogmas, and we will definitely be joining you both on Christmas Day. Oh, nice one. Fabulous. Oh, Jane, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for writing that. Bloody lovely Jason, you're a sweetheart, and Paula's beautiful soul. Love to you both. Jane and Jamie from Evesham, Worcestershire. Ah, thank you, Leanne. Sorry. The blender. She was saying, have we got an affiliate link on for the blender?
No, but I can put one on. It's a cracker.
Yeah.
Plus, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I mean, it's not all about aesthetics, but, you know, with kitchen appliances, it does help if something's, you know, fancy and sleek. Oh, Leanne says she needs a new one. Fair dues. I'm just going to scroll back up, make sure I've not missed anything major going on.
Right. Now I want to show you this bit. So it might be
good
on the bottom there, Jay. Right, we're just going to put the camera down a little bit for this. This is basically the kind of glaze for... Now, you don't have to use oil, but I'm using butter flavoured fry light. It is vegan, just in case you're wondering. And I'm just gonna spray where I'm going to put the rub.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to use some of what we've already used inside. I'm going to use some sage.
Thanks for being here, Star Cradle. Hope you are feeling better soon.
And I'm going to use some rosemary. And I'm also going to use just a smidge of that chicken salt.
A smidge?
And then here is our kneaded loaf. So I'm just going to start it there and I'm going to roll it.
Nice.
so it all gets covered in that. And then, dead simple, we're just gonna package it up. We're gonna cook it 30 minutes on 180C, 350 F, I think, or degrees. And then we're going to undo the tin foil, cook it for another half an hour. You can lift it back up now. And the bit that you won't see, unfortunately, is that then it goes in the fridge for 24 hours. And then if it's anything like the beef deli roast we did, it was really easy to slice.
Yeah.
Once it had been in the fridge. So this is going in the oven now.
Simple. Oh, thanks for being here, May. As you've just seen, and Star Cradle.
So 4:05.
4:05, it's got to come out, yeah. Oh, it's got to be unwrapped, yeah. We've got through the bulk of the process, and now the oven's just going to work its magic.
Yeah, that'll cook for half an hour now, and then we open the tin foil, cook it for another 30 to 40 minutes, and then once it's cooled naturally, once out of the oven, it goes in the fridge for 24 hours, and then it becomes your easily sliceable deli style roast for sandwiches and things. It smells gorgeous, but like most things, everything's made of flavors. You know, it's seasonings and flavors.
Of course, yeah.
So
I think you become even more aware of that on the vegan journey. Is that sudden realization that essentially everything is about flavor, isn't it?
Yeah.
And injecting flavor into something. You know?
I should have had a shave. Have you seen my salt and pepper stubble?
It's nice.
I'm not keen.
You're not keen, no.
No. It's the non-binary in me. I'm like, I don't like anything.
Yeah.
Clearly, you know.
I get you.
Weird.
Yes.
Weird, really.
So that will do its thing.
So, hopefully this works out.
Yeah.
Which I can't see why it wouldn't. The deli style roast beef was brilliant.
Just like I said before,
This is what we'll be having for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And over Christmas, rather than buying one, I'm just gonna make this. LF King, thanks for the recipe, guys. Can you say hi to Lewis in Edinburgh? Of course, and thank you for the super chat. Hi, Lewis in Edinburgh.
Hi, Lewis in Edinburgh.
Hello.
Thank you.
Do check out 86 Eats. Great website. Honestly, Cat's a legend. It's not just all like meat alternatives and stuff like that. There's desserts and pumpkin pies. Classic American cooking. Vegan.
Yeah. Indeed. So yeah, we're gonna just sit and chill and chat, answer any questions that you might have while this is in the oven. For any of you that do watch our meals vlogs that usually go up every week on a Tuesday, I am sure this will at some point make an appearance in our meals vlogs, possibly.
Oh, it's bound to.
In terms of it being, once it's gone through the chilled process and kind of been thinly sliced and that. So.
I'll tell you about another thing we're having tonight, because you'll see that on Tuesday's meal vlog as well. There's a meal that we have every winter and we love. It's basically roasted vegetable wraps with peanut chili sauce. I'll talk you through it. It's dead simple. Butternut squash, potato, sweet potato, carrot and parsnip, 5 vegetables, peeled and chopped into bite-sized pieces, rubbed with extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, roasted until the edges are crispy, but the veg are nice and soft and, you know. And then we serve that on wraps with a thick mixture of crunchy peanut butter and Encona hot chili sauce, so any chili sauce really. But we turn it into a thick, like paste sauce. put it on our wrap, and then a pile of the roast vegetables rolled up. Delicious meal. What's good about tonight is that all of this that we're making it with is from plot 25. We picked these today. So we've got carrot, parsnip, butternut squash, potato, all from plot 25. The only thing that's not from plot 25 in tonight's vegetables is the sweet potato, because we didn't grow them, although we might do next year.
We said we might have a go, didn't we?
Yeah.
Next year. Blue Dolphins, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat. They help incredibly.
And hello to
As does buying our merch.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Our lovely merch.
Show off our merch.
Linked in the description. If you ever fancy wearing something that clearly says, look, I'm vegan for all of these animals and for you and for the planet. Or just if you feel like being nice to everyone by saying be excellent to yourself and each other.
Yeah. It's a request, really, of humanity that you're putting out there into the cosmos. Do you know what I mean? I was going to say hello to Christine as well. Hi, it's Christine from Edinburgh too. Glad to make your live. Glad you're here, Christine.
Hello there, Christine. Would you like to reach in the fridge and just pass out that little pot of borscht? Just so I can show. So I did this pan of borscht last week, which is the recipe video that's up there. Oh, is it not? It's there. Well, it's there. Next shelf.
Oh, yeah.
And we both had a big dinner portion with it, and we had it yesterday for lunch, and there's still that for Jason to take to work for one of his lunches. Oh, it's a good soup, man. Honestly, if you haven't tried borscht,
I'm just wondering now. I might just try a bit now.
Cold.
Yeah.
Some people have said you're supposed to eat it cold.
It's just an opportunity. I haven't thought of it before. It's an opportunity to actually just try a little bit of it cold. But I was just about to say, it's really autumnal. It's really seasonal. It's beautiful. Warm. We've only had it warm so far, so. If you're just tuning in, this is a live taste test of borscht cold, as apparently it's traditionally supposed to be served.
I don't think it's supposed to be served that way. I just think it is sometimes.
No. And it's still gorgeous.
Is it?
It's really nice, yeah. It's really, really nice. It's quite refreshing. There's that. So that's my lunch tomorrow, isn't it?
You're taking it tomorrow, yeah?
I'll probably take it tomorrow with a bit of bread or a muffin. Might take a muffin, one of those ciabatta muffins.
Yeah.
Which I'll show you. Yeah.
These are fabulous from Tesco's. You get 4 in a pack.
Sorry to those that are not in the UK.
Clearly marked vegan.
But these are fab. These are really nice.
They're gorgeous. We had one at lunch with the new, new to us, wicked salt beef slices. We've had the peppered beast, but we tried the salt beef. It's gorgeous. With English mustard on a white bap.
There we go. Nice that, actually. Very nice.
The dipping sauce you prefer your Chinese takeaway, does it radically alter the flavour if you don't include both types of soy sauces? I can't find light soy sauce in my area. No, darling. Not necessarily. The only reason I kind of bulk it out with that is because I don't want it like dead dark, but that's just an aesthetic thing, because I like to see the spring onion and the chili floating in there. So yeah, no.
Oh yeah, Rachel. I'm glad you're on the mend. That's rough, when you've just got, kind of multiple people together that are all kind of going through it at the same time. The old schmarona. Never good.
Yeah, never glad you got through it. We had quite a time of it ourselves, as you probably saw.
Yeah.
I did a series of vlogs documenting my 10 days.
Yeah.
It was rubbish.
It wasn't great, was it?
No, rubbish.
I had it on my birthday. Paul had it a week after, and it took us both equally, from when we got it, about 15 days to kind of get over it. But I know a lot of people that are struggling with it for months and months and months, so we do count ourselves very lucky. Yes. Onwards and upwards, as they say. Fingers crossed. Do you know what I mean? We've still got to be diligent and careful and sensible.
Yeah, I mean, did you notice how many people were wearing masks in Tesco today when we called it?
Yeah.
We were the only two that I saw.
Pretty much. Yeah. There's like sort of like 5% of the shopping population that are still wearing masks and being careful.
I only saw us two today, and I saw about 150 people in there.
Yeah. Well, we'll just see. We'll just see how things develop and progress over the coming months. And I think the most important thing is, whatever you're doing and however you're doing it, it's really important to self-care particularly going into the winter months. It's really, really important to, just take care of yourselves, your physical health, your mental health, particularly this time of year. We were saying just earlier on, weren't we? We're terrible in the winter months. Like we both struggle quite a lot in terms of the dark nights and the weather. And, when we've had such a glorious time over the summer, like down at the allotment and that. I mean, we've not been abroad this year. We got our tan through good old-fashioned English allotment weather.
Through getting our hands in mud.
Yeah. And it was glorious. But yeah, these dark nights have drawn in now, and it's not pleasant at all. It's been a busy weekend for us as well. We had a little collab project that we did on Friday, which is really exciting.
Oh yeah, we shall be. It's a story you all know.
Many of yous will know.
Anyway, but Gorgy Man Simon, who's a bloody lovely guy, him and Emma, his partner.
Yeah.
Just a lovely couple.
Lovely people.
He's working on a new project, and apparently we can talk about it now, but he's going a bit into documentary filmmaking, and so he's doing a little thing about what we went through with the horror.
Yeah,
so that'll be quite interesting.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. When it's all done and put together. So
Kat says in Ontario, masks are still mandatory.
That's a good thing. I think they should be in like at least in shops and on public transport, because they're short, intermittent things you do with a lot of people you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you can't wear them in a restaurant, but the restaurants are doing their best to keep everyone at a safe distance from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that much to ask of us, is it? Wear a mask.
I don't think so, no. Just going back to what we were saying before, Karen says, I sometimes make a cold beet soup.
Is it similar, Karen, to the borscht recipe? Or is it borscht and you just like make it and have it cold?
Oh, Daljeet's just said that as well. In Wales, masks in supermarkets are still mandatory, but you don't have to wear them in restaurants. I don't feel safe unless I have one on.
But the trouble is, if you're in a restaurant, you can't eat.
Yeah. There's no getting around that, really, is there?
No.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's like when we met Anharad and Linda and Ian, they know how safe we've been, particularly since having COVID. And we know how safe they've been because they had to be. So, it was, we all felt safe together.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yeah, and we've had our friend Kerridy visit yesterday. It was lovely to see her. So going back to what I was saying about, we've had quite a busy weekend of it. And then this morning, we've been down to the allotment for a bit and we've done a bit of filming. So, of course, we still want to get the odd allotment vlog up, like we said, over the winter months, because we know there's a lot of our subscribers that have really enjoyed that journey with us down at the allotment. And even though things are slowing down, there's still, as you will see on Monday, there's still a lot going on, to be fair.
Yeah.
And there's
still a lot of stuff to pick.
Yeah, which was kind of what we said.
It was nice to go down and pick dinner today.
Yeah.
And then it was just a spur of the minute thing. It was like, right, there's a couple of the parsnips, the leaves had really kind of fallen over. I was like, Jason, they need pulling. And then I pulled two and I was like, oh, why don't we have our first roast vegetable wraps at year? tonight. And here we are.
Karen says it was a cold beet soup recipe, good for hot weather.
Nice.
Nice, yeah, I bet. Hannah started upping my vitamin D, hopefully counter seasonal effectiveness disorder. Yes, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, these aren't our lights that we often use when we're filming. I don't think they're quite the same level of brightness as the sad lamps, but considering we spend quite a bit of time sat in front of these lights, that might actually act in some small way, be a percentage towards us, having a bit of pretend sunshine or sunlight.
It could be.
Yeah.
Oh, Dadget, I get you now, Dadget. Thank you for clarifying. Is it Dadget? Am I saying that right?
Daljeet.
Daljeet.
Yes.
You don't have to wear one going in and out of restaurants like we've been. Now we did that.
Right.
We walked in,
Yeah.
all of us with our masks on, took them off when we were seated, and then put them on again before we left.
I think it's one of them as well, isn't it? I think we've just developed that mentality now of let's just enter an establishment with the mask on, and then they'll tell us if we don't need to, or whatever. Depend wherever you're going, whether it's a restaurant or a library or whatever. Catherine's just got back from Italy. Everyone's wearing masks. It was really nice, especially when we were on crowded trains. Yes, of course. Tom's office, thank you for that. That's good to know. And it might be something I consider if I can actually get hold of my GP. It may take 30 to 40 hours to try and actually get some type of face-to-face or video or telephone appointment. Who knows? But thank you. Appreciate that, genuinely.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, could we get 3 more likes to make it to 100 likes?
It would warm my wintry heart.
Just 3 more. Close the chat, like the video, reopen the chat, and it's all still there. You don't miss a thing.
Yay! Thank you. That was mega quick. Thank you, everyone. Whilst we're just on the subject, actually, I just want to just touch on this very briefly because I mentioned it to you, I think, a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to do a deep dive on this because it could get unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, for a second.
What I will just say briefly, something we discovered a few weeks back was, and I think this same applies whether you're watching YouTube videos on the television or you're watching YouTube videos on your mobile phone. If you're connected to a Wi-Fi connection, I would suggest just now and again, check your YouTube viewing settings, because YouTube doesn't always stream videos at the highest quality. Now, I can't speak for our live streams, but for most of the videos that we put out on the channel, our vlogs are actually filmed in pretty high quality.
HD.
So, if you see that there's the 1080 setting, pick the 1080 HD setting. And that way you get to see our faces in a little bit more detail. You get to see the allotment in more detail. You get to see Sainsbury's and other shopping vlogs in more detail. It all becomes clear.
Oh, I went to the doctor's the other day. Start to tell you, I've had an MOT.
Oh, yeah.
You know where they take all your bloods. I didn't know the flu vaccine had eggs in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, but I've still had it.
Right.
Because when it comes to medicine, don't forget, when it comes to vaccines, it's not just about you. It's about protecting yourself from something that you could easily pass on to something else that could kill them. And I think flu is going to come in barging this year because it had a break last year. It didn't have the chance to do what it normally does. So I think this year it's going to be absolutely kick-ass. So while I was at the doctor's and I was having all my blood tests, she said, "Have you had a flu vaccine yet?" And I said, "No, I've never had one, actually, ever." But I had this in my mind, and I said, "But I think flu's going to be brutal this year because it skipped a year." And she said, "Well, I can do it for you now if you want. Are you allergic to eggs?" I said, "I'm not allergic to them. I'm morally against them." She said, "All of the flu vaccines contain egg in some way, shape, or form." And then as far as is practicable and possible, keep saying it to myself, as far as is practicable and possible, I do not want to have flu, have it mildly, pass it on to one of our parents. You know what I mean? So anyway, I had it.
But I mean, the flu.
I felt like I had flu the next day though, only dead mildly and only for a day. But I had very mild, like, you know, you get them shivers. Very mild.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as I was going to say, having the flu jab, and as we know, having the boosters and the vaccines doesn't stop you from passing stuff on to other people. But it's still being diligent, isn't it? And you know, like Paul said, as far as is practicable and what is it possible?
Practicable and possible.
Yeah.
That's shit. So Leanne says there is one available,
But it's 10 times the
it's
cost.
10 times the cost, and the NHS won't pay it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they've had to
I feel, oh, and I've got my booster shot a week on Monday for the COVID vaccine as well, which I've, again, much like I did with doses 1 and 2 of the first vaccine, you read these horror stories about people being really poorly, but only for a couple of days or a few days.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it doesn't knock me sideways, but I do not want to get and pass on COVID to any. I wouldn't do that willingly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't nice, Beryl.
Yeah.
It was crap.
Well, while we're on the subject, because it's kind of fairly fresh on my mind, and I know that our wonderful barber Ian would not mind me mentioning this. I shared something on my social media the other day, and most people, it was all very positive, and a couple of people popped up, as they often do. But our barber Ian, who does like a good debate and does like to wind us up a little bit now and again, he mentioned in the comments that these scientists, he was basically alluding to the fact that the scientists who talk positively about the vaccines and the boosters are the same scientists who were employed by governments and pharmaceutical companies. And what I said to him in a rebuttal was, but there are plenty of scientists around the world all talking sense, scientific sense, in a proactive way about the vaccines and the boosters that are not affiliated to any governments or any pharmaceutical companies. So you've always got to look at the numbers, the scale. So like Paul was saying before, yes, some people might be a bit ill from having the booster shots, but the bottom line is, statistically, if you look at the numbers, we're still a hell of a lot better off for having it than not having it. And that's just common sense, isn't it?
Hi, Chris, and thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Hope you and Jen are fine. Yeah, you may have seen that Germany's in lockdown again. Amsterdam's in lockdown, and they're rioting there because people would rather riot than have a vaccine.
It's all gone a bit silly now, hasn't it?
It's gone ridiculous.
Really?
We're 2 years in.
It has gone a bit silly. Yeah. So we're just going to have to just all keep looking out for each other. Keep being smart and sensible over the next weeks and months into 2022, and hope that we are able to turn a corner. I still want to remain cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can remain cautiously optimistic, but yeah, it's like that at the moment, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Denise, thank you, my darling, for the super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much indeed.
Like Paul said earlier, it does all help. It really does. Tremendously. 5 minutes, give or take, yeah?
Did I say 5 past?
You said 5 past, but don't forget our oven is quite keen, as you said before. Do you want to check it?
Well, it's on 1.8. I've got it on the right temperature.
Exciting. So it's been in the oven, wrapped up in the tin foil, as many of you will be aware, because we've actually, I think you've all stuck around pretty much from the beginning. So thank you, everyone. It's been in for 25 minutes, wrapped in the tin foil. The next stage in the oven process is checking it.
Open the tin foil.
And then opening the tin foil. Yes. That much I do know.
Let's go to me.
The unwrapping commences?
You should know.
Yeah, things usually are, aren't they? You know, when they come
I
out
will
the
fight you.
Are you able to bring it over? Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, there's not much I can do there.
I can actually just push the foil down at the back with your hand. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
So that's halfway through the cooking process.
Nice. Can I have a smell? Oh, yeah.
So until 9:30.
Okay.
I think this is going to work out fine for Christmas Day.
You reckon?
Yeah. And I think it would do me and you for dinner easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would do us like 3 or 4 days for. So, because is it just me? Once I'm like Christmas Day night, I'm like, I need white muffins. All the other times of year, I eat mainly wholemeal bread.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas has to be white, has to be vegan butter, not this margarine. Has to be vegan butter.
It's the only time of year really we have vegan butter, isn't it?
Cold sliced bits, stuffing.
Yeah, like we said earlier, and several people commented and agreed and said exactly the same thing. Bits and things, or the week of Christmas going into New Year, plates with bits and things on.
Star Cradle, sweetheart, I'm very much the same. I'm going to tell you a little story in a second, because you know our lives are not just about, they're about all sorts of things. I'm kind of not forcing myself. I'm steadfastly encouraging myself to look forward to the festive season, because I do love it. I'm not a religious person, but the underlining theme of Christmas for me has always been the very simple sentence: peace and goodwill amongst all. I love that. I love that. Why we can't do it all year round, I don't know. But I love it at Christmas, and I love that Jason's off work, and I love that stuff on the telly is very festive, and that there's a lot of happy stories being told in films and programs and things. And I love picking at bits of food and you know, so I enjoy the time of year. And more so this year because of the aura. From November the 6th, it's been quite a difficult time over this last few years, because the season is a constant reminder of how it felt that night. It was dark at 6:30 and it was cold. However, this year has been the best of the 5 years since the aura. So what I'm doing is working, and what I'm doing is working on myself. I'm making sure that I do my 10-10-10 every day. I'm making sure that I spend time doing things I enjoy, whether that just be watching a film with my husband or playing some time on my game, or, as I've rediscovered, my love of tidying and organising. Sometimes I just can't be bothered with it. But now I've started to do it again. I'm like, oh, I love how that shelf unit looks. I love how the cupboard looks. I love that the worktop is much tidier than it was.
It's not just the sense of achievement initially from completing the task. It's
how it makes me feel afterwards.
Exactly.
Every time I open the cupboard, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
You know, and it's those little things I'm clinging to now. It doesn't have to be big things. It's little things that give me some sense of accomplishment or joy or just calm.
That's it, isn't
and
it?
I'm doing as much of them as I can. And trust me, there have been nights since November the 1st where I've tried to talk myself out of, oh, I don't have to do the exercise tonight because I cleaned today. But I've still done it every day. I've made sure to do it every day.
Yeah. CJ asked, what vegan butter do we use? It's the naturally stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, Nature Creeps talked about it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, nice one, Nature Creep. Yeah. That's the one we use, isn't it, pretty much? And that's the one my mum and dad love as well.
It's because it's gorgeous,
Yeah.
that's why.
It's really good stuff.
Although I might try the new Violife one. They've brought out a block as well.
Yeah.
But naturally is just beautiful. I use about half a tub just on our Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm.
In the mash, with the carrots, with the sprouts.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's Christmas.
Bully. Just talking about the booster there. Yeah. We've said right from the beginning, the whole thing is a genetic lottery when all's said and done, in terms of how people react and respond to different things. And that's just the way it is, isn't it? You know, but for the most part, it's positive. It's good.
Oh, hi, Holly, love. I've only just bloody noticed you there. Mind you, unless I'm actually, like, focused.
It's thick and fast. Yeah, no, Holly's been here from the start.
Yeah, because she's a friend.
She's fabulous. She's fabulous. They're fabulous. Check myself. Yes. So I'm just checking we've not missed anything. Anything major or significant. So I don't think we have.
Do you know what, Tracy? I'm presuming that's you, Trace.
I think it is.
As Leroy. Just focus on you and Leroy. That's what we do. Christmas is a time for us to spend relaxed time together, like we don't get all year. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like proper wind down. We can wake up in the morning. We can have a delicious breakfast. We can know that you've got 7 days off, 9 days off, however many days you've got off, and we can just chillax and we can see family and exchange gifts and stuff. But it's about us too, and it's about just spending quality time together, doing nothing really.
Just doing whatever you want to do, isn't it?
Eating picky bits, playing a game, listening to music, whatever we fancy. Going out for a drive. It's about, you know, just really enjoying that precious time together for us. That's what I love about it anyway.
Yeah, same, definitely. Craft Lover says, are you putting a tree up? And if so, when do you usually put one up?
Well, it's different every year. Yes, we are, definitely. Yes. We've had the same tree for about...
quite a few years now.
More than quite a few years. We bought them. Did we buy it here or did we buy it at the vicarage?
I think we bought it here.
Right, so it's about 9 years.
Yeah.
Because my dad's been gone 9 years this January.
Right, yeah. Yes, our tree is very, very easy to put up. It's an artificial one, and it's kind of tall and slim, I would say. It's quite an unconventional tree.
We actually got it from Argos. It's brilliant. You put the feet on, you make the stands, you put the pole on, and then the tree is all gathered up like a concertina. You pop it over the top, drop it. It's already dressed. I've kept the lights on it for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So they're already on. It's literally plug and play.
It's like, it's 3 minute job, less than
Drop,
3 minutes.
Plug, done.
Yeah.
And it goes, Jason moves his guitar. He always has a guitar in the front room on a stand, ready for easy access. That moves over Christmas, doesn't it? And that's where our tree goes. So it's right at the side. Our TV stand that's in front of us, obviously with the TV on it, where we watch all our YouTube, right at the side there, in between the TV stand and the kitchen door.
Yes, and we put a few other things strategically around the place. You know, we've got a couple of stockings that we hang up, and you know, a few bits of tinsel and bits here and there, but nothing major. We don't go OTT with it, you know, too much. Quick shout out to Leone for joining us. Better late than never. I always say that. You're here, and that's the most important thing. And also, it just jumps, didn't it? Helen, who has been out for a long walk. Great day for it, Helen. Or at least beautiful. For
Helen made a cracking borscht.
Yeah, it looked great, didn't it?
It looked fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I think.
Yeah, I was just reading the one under Helen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Tom's office, thank you so much.
That's nice. Thank you for that.
A gorgeous thing to say.
That's lovely. Yes. So we're just waiting. We're playing the waiting game now. It's probably another, what did you say, 10, 15 minutes on the cooking time, and then we'll actually be able to have a look at it.
I'll probably leave it in there until I'll probably leave it in there until 4:30, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
Just so it's proper done, and then we'll have a taste of it. We'll cut a little end off and have a taste of it hot.
Yeah, because that'd be rude not to just try a bit whilst we're still live.
But you are supposed to rewrap it in the tin foil and have it in the fridge for 24 hours, so it's much easier to slice.
Good question from Nature Creep, but I think I already know the answer. We don't kind of go silly with it, do we? Do you guys have any Christmas recipes you usually do, like Christmas cake and all that? Still meaning to try your Bailey's recipe from last year. Our most popular vlog on the channel, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's had over 50,000.
The vegan Baileys.
But it's really easy to make, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, it's really easy to make, and it's delicious. So we've got that. We've got in fact, if you type in the word festive, seriously, in our channel, I think loads of stuff should come up that we have done, or like we've done a festive brownie. We've done loads of different festive plats, which is the puff pastry plat with stuffing, fake meat, sausages, cranberry, all the bits.
Yeah.
But we don't do anything particularly, that special.
No, we don't do it majorly.
And I'm not the best cake maker, to be honest with you. Any kind of, apart from the brownie recipe, any kind of cake recipes and stuff that I've done on the channel, I've always cited where they're from, and they've often been from the Vegan Society website.
It's alchemy, though, isn't it? It's different. You know who is great, and I know this for a fact because we were lucky enough to get a Christmas cake offer. Leanne, one of our mods, she's an epic Christmas cake maker. I know for a fact
because we got one offer 2 years ago.
3
years ago.
It'll have been 2019, wouldn't it?
I think
because that was when the world was still normal. I think. Anyway, I wanted to just give her a shout out because I know she's an epic. I know Leanne is an epic Christmas cake maker.
Limby, we don't buy each other much for Christmas because we're very pragmatic when it comes to things we need. We're always trying to make our house smaller.
Yeah.
So we don't want to just buy each other bits of tat that just end up gathering dust on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
So we don't really. We'll buy each other a couple of nice bits, just like whatever that may be.
We're more kind of just like, we just kind of naturally just converse on the period running up to Christmas, and it's just kind of like, if I want something, I'd probably just say I might fancy this for Christmas, or vice versa. It's easier that way. So yeah, I don't know. We will probably put our tree up. It usually goes up somewhere in the first week of December, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Usually somewhere within the first week of December.
Oh, Leonie's mugs come.
Fantastic. Oh, good. Oh, wow, craft lover. Decorate 5 small trees in my home, and my brother and sister make fun of me, but I love decorating the trees. Fair enough. That's going to be a seriously festive house with 5 Christmas trees strategically placed, I imagine, not just all 5 trees in one corner of the living room.
Oh, hope you get that sorted soon, Leonie.
Yeah, never good.
Angaran says, I asked my dad if we can all put up the Christmas tree on the first day of December. He asked me when it is. I replied the 1st.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, for those that are getting into the spirit of it and just sort of, looking forward to some downtime and relaxing, I think it is nice to just have a few, have a tree up, have some lights, touch base with your nearest and dearest and the people that you're close to, if you're able to. Um, and if you're not able to, as we said earlier in the live stream today, join us on here on Christmas Day.
3 o'clock.
Tune in. Well, we won't be cooking in
I
the
think
kitchen.
it'll be 3 o'clock. It might be 4. I haven't decided yet.
We'll be eating in the kitchen, but we won't be cooking in the kitchen.
Oh, I do love Christmas dinner, though. I
Yeah.
love Christmas dinner. So I do creamy mashed potato, obviously with lots of butter. Do roast potatoes with rosemary and a little bit of garlic. I do carrots with orange juice and thyme. Sprouts with butter, chestnuts and fresh sage. Red cabbage with cinnamon. Parsnips with maple syrup, roasted parsnips with maple syrup. And cider made with cider to make the gravy. Delicious. It's such a delicious dinner.
I'd go as far as to say it's epic.
It's a good dinner.
It's an epic Christmas dinner. I'm sad for Ashley because basically...
Great question, Sheridan. See you in a second.
Yes, and I also highlighted that because that's quite an interesting question as well. Ashley, just very briefly, sad times because basically her Christmas present this year is a new van. So, yeah, sad times in a lot of respects, but I really hope that at least the new vehicle alleviates a lot of stress and a lot of headaches in terms of you actually being able to do what you need to be able to do. So I guess sometimes you've just got to prioritise in life, haven't you? But that does suck. Nature Creep. Yeah, do you have any festive film traditions? Home Alone is my favourite. My granny gets hysterical over the violence, it seems.
I mean, I kind of love watching old favourites over Christmas. If they're on telly, I will certainly watch The Railway Children. I will certainly watch The Amazing Mr. Blunden. They're both 70s films.
Is The Railway Children technically a Christmas film?
No.
No, it's just a film that's nice to watch over Christmas, isn't it? Yeah.
Actual Christmas films, Polar Express, I adore.
Yes.
I think it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's
really good movie.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Elf? I mean, I suppose you've got to love Will.
It certainly helps if you do, yeah. I would say Home Alone is one of my favourites, and Home Alone 2. Also Gremlins, if that's on.
Yeah.
In fact, there has been some years I've gone out of my way specifically to say, let's watch Gremlins, but it's on at some point.
There's also a really, really good Steve Martin comedy called Nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not called Nuts, is it?
Is it not?
No, Nuts is Barbara Streisand's best film ever. Nuts.
Well, you were just referencing it. I don't know what you're talking about now. I'm trying to think if there are any others.
We've got it on DVD.
There's probably more, to be honest. There's some classics.
Steve Martin, Bernadette Peters, not Bernadette Peters, Madeline Kahn. Steve Martin, Madeline Kahn, Christmas comedy. Mixed Nuts. But it's so funny. Such a good cast as well.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. From what I remember, yeah. There's lots of people that are fully on board with Polar Express and Elf. Loads of people. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Did anyone else bawl like a baby the first time they saw Polar Express at the end with the bell and the parents? Killed me, that. Because it reminded me of that line from The Breakfast Club. When you grow up, your heart dies.
Yeah. Should have kind of said spoiler alert, but for anyone who hasn't seen it, should jump straight to the end.
That's not the end of the Breakfast Club. That's
No, not Breakfast Club. I'm talking about Polar Express. It's the end of the film, isn't it? Or towards the end.
Well, you're making a deal out of it now, so now you're making people think about it.
Not giving too much away.
Instead of just shutting your mouth.
Not giving too much away. All I said was spoiler alert. Jeez,
It wasn't a spoiler alert though, Jason.
Yeah, Polar Express, everyone is basically loving that. That is definitely a one to watch over the festive period, without a doubt. I'm just seeing if anybody else has mentioned any others that might have slipped my mind. It's a Wonderful Life, of course.
Great film.
Yes.
It is Cary Grant, that, isn't it? Is it Cary Grant? Or is it James Newman? I can't remember.
Samantha, it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's what we said. It's not everyone's cup of tea, Elf. And the ongoing debate, of course, as Jay mentions, big ongoing debate, is Die Hard a Christmas film or not? It is a Christmas film.
Is it set at Christmas?
Because it's at Christmas. It happens at Christmas.
Mixed Nuts isn't really a Christmas film. It's just set at Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I mean, I love Madeline Kahn and Juliet Stevenson's in it, and Steve Martin, of course.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So many. There's so many. And like we've said, there's some that are kind of just accidentally Christmas films.
James Stewart. Thank you, Denise. Yeah, James, of course, Jimmy Stewart. Didn't he also do... Was it James Stewart that did the film? Is it called Harvey? About the giant rabbit that only he can see. Yes. I remember that, but I don't remember much about it.
Which one?
Harvey.
Oh, right.
James Stewart and this and a giant rabbit.
No, I don't.
That no one else can see.
We have seen Bad Santa. What was it? Sweet Pepper. It was okay. Neither of us are particularly huge fans of.
Can't remember
what's he
his
called?
name.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
Just not a fan of his. I'm really not a fan of his. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger specifically on it. I'm just not a big fan of his.
I'm just being honest, Barbara. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Leone, Gremlins. Yes, absolutely. Without a doubt. A Christmas Carol, Rachel. Is that the one with Dudley Moore in it? As the elf? That's a Christmas Carol, isn't it?
No, Christmas Carol is the story of Scrooge, my love.
Ah, which one's the one with Dudley Moore in it? And
A Christmas Story?
is it? That's one of my favourites. I'll be honest. I can't believe that the title's gone out.
It's called The Christmas Movie, isn't it? Dudley Moore as an elf.
And John Lithgow.
Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie. That's one of my favourites. John Lithgow is the horrible corporate baddie, and Dudley Moore is the elf that comes and makes the special sweets.
Everyone's already answering. Bless you.
Thank you all. Yeah, love
Santa
that.
Claus the movie. No, it's a good movie though.
I generally will watch that at some point over Christmas and
Yeah.
would feel a little bit sad if we got into the new year and
Yes,
we watched
Bill
it.
Murray and Scrooged. I loved that version. The girl that played is she the first ghost, the ghost of Christmas Past? I love her as an actress anyway. I love her voice and her accent. But she's so funny in that though. She beats the crap out of him.
Yeah. It's good though. I mean, Bill Murray's
Oh yes, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where the brother comes to visit in his caravan.
so good.
And
Such a good film.
all the kids have just got over some disease or other.
It's great.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
That's a classic Christmas film, isn't it? National Lampoon. You can't go wrong with that. It's just classic Christmas film. Samantha, we've had the Hallmark Channel for the last month for the Christmas films. They all follow the same formula, but give us the feels.
Yeah, and it's nice to have the feels, isn't it?
Leonie's partner asks, have you seen Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he tries to find Turbo Man for his son for Christmas? I've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't know if I have. Is it good?
I saw it years ago. It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. It's just sort of, you know.
Oh yeah, Tom the Squirrel. National Lampoon films are just great in general, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
What's he called? Chevy Chase.
Yeah. It's the classic Lampoon's cast, though, isn't it? In that, it's like the family and. Oh, that's nice, craft lover. I still love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, animated movie that was released in 1964. I was 7 and still remember sitting on the couch with my dad bringing in our tree. Nice. That's nice. I mean, it's a lot of the time, I think the festive period is kind of tapping into nostalgia, because as adults, Christmas changes for a lot of adults.
Very much so.
How we celebrate the festive period as a kid, and believing in all of that side of it and the magic of it, it does change as you become an adult. So some of it is about tapping into nostalgia and the stuff that reminded us of a different time and a different place. And I think that's a great thing. It's a great thing to do.
There's a lot of movie quotes going. Oh, planes, trains, and automobiles, John Candy.
Yes.
I think I've seen that once, but I can't remember much about it. Don't forget a white Christmas. That shows my age. Sheridan.
Yes. Yeah.
We're all there, love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, you've all got me thinking now. You all got me thinking about what we can watch over the festive period.
No doubt we'll watch lots of things over the festive period. It's like we just enjoy films, don't we?
We've started, whilst we're on the subject of stuff that we're watching over Christmas and just watching stuff in general, really, really, really impressed at the moment with Arcane, an animated series that we're watching on Netflix. It's very, very good.
Oh, and another one we're watching on Netflix, another animated series called Q-Force.
Q-Force, yeah.
If you're part of the LGBTQIA family, or you like us, it's hilarious.
I think you need to
actually quite funny.
I'd say you need to get the second episode under your belt, and then you're like, oh, I love this.
But Arcane, Legion of Legends, is it called?
League of Legends.
League of Legends is a really, really good.
Great story, great characters. The animation is phenomenal. Really, really nice. If you're into really good animation.
Chris said, I've always liked Miracle on 34th Street, the original with Natalie Wood. Chris, do you know what? I don't know if I've seen that. I've seen the remake with Richard Attenborough and Dylan McDermott. Oh, God, he's gorgeous. I've seen that one, but I don't know if I've seen the original. I might seek that out because I love Natalie Wood. Her in Gypsy. God, she's good. Oh, she was, bless her.
Angharad says, I remember a few years ago I had a surgery before Christmas and I had a leg cast. I wanted it as a candy cane colour and they did it.
Oh, nice one.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, that sounds gorgeous, Gary. Gary says, one of my favourite family nights, Polar Express train ride here in snowy Canada, in our pyjamas, hot chocolate served, came to a stop with elves and Santa outside at the end, bell to take home. Oh, nice.
That just put tears in my eyes.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah. Victoria, I have Clark Griswold's hockey shirt from the National Lampoon's films. It was my Christmas Day jumper. That's classic. That's brilliant. Love that. Love it.
It's near. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I think we're right now.
Oh, nice one, Jay. Yeah.
Oh, look at this now.
Now is the time.
It's the end of the vlog as we know it.
Tracy said, sorry, I asked before, but are you all watching the Wheel of Time? We've not watching the Wheel of Time. No. Would you recommend it? I guess you would recommend it, Tracy. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Duly noted. Good sir.
Ladies and gentlemen. Deli style turkey roast.
Fabulous.
So I'm going to cut a bit off the end now before I wrap it and let it cool to room temperature, and then I'll fridge the rest. But it would be nice to have a little taste of it, even if it is meant to be cold.
Yeah, just a little sample, and then like we said earlier, I think these are all still around. The numbers have stayed pretty consistent. The thumbs up have surpassed the people in the house, which is a wonderful thing. in terms of tipping the scale. So thank you all, you wonderful people, for the thumbs up. But yeah, as we said earlier on, this will feature at some point in our regular weekly meals vlogs, which go up on a Tuesday. But it would be rude not to try it right now, fresh out of the oven. Just a little.
A soup song.
Yeah. Ah, is that Wheel of Time we're talking about there? Yes.
That's just a few pieces of it. Excuse the board. That's what it looks like.
It's like The Witcher and Lord of the Rings had a love child, Chris and Will said about the Wheel of Time. Interesting. Right.
That's Christmas sorted.
Mm.
That's really good, isn't it?
Mm.
She knows her stuff, Kat.
Yeah.
Like, she really knows her stuff. I would have slices about that thick on
Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Just a couple of slices. Oh, someone asked before. I'm sorry. I read the question. I acknowledged I needed to answer it and then moved on. I'm so sorry. No, we'll eat this. I won't freeze this and save it for Christmas Day. I'll make
another one.
A fresh one.
Yeah.
We'll eat this. This will be smashed on sandwiches and stuff.
Mm. Mm. That's really good.
Really flavoursome.
And of course, chilled in the fridge, texturally it will be slightly different again, won't it? I mean, that's gorgeous as it is, but it'll be a bit firmer, won't it?
That's why you fridge it, so you can slice it better.
Yeah. That's really nice, though. Really nice flavour, really nice texture.
It's gorgeous.
And chilled, thinly sliced for sandwiches, and slightly thicker slicing for Christmas Day with the gravy and everything else.
Perfect.
Is that mine? Can I have that? Yeah. Fabulous. Mm.
Just show you one more time before I wrap it. They don't have to cool down quick, these trays. So that's it from the end where I cut it. I'll wrap this now and get it in the fridge.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Really good stuff. Yeah, I'm interested to know. I'm interested to try it now once it's chilled, Paul.
I'm not going to put it in the fridge yet. I'm going to let it cool.
Yeah, you said room temperature.
As much as it will at room temperature, and then I'll put it in the fridge later on for 24 hours, and it should be winner turkey dinner right there. Only, you know, no blood and feathers and pain and horror.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
a great recipe from a fabulous lady in America who loves to cook and eat. Thumbs up, Kat. Well done, love. But the Deli style roast beef from the same website was exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just good stuff, isn't it? It's just good quality, tasty stuff, which is what you want, isn't it? And versatile as well, you know, in terms of your flavourings and things like that. And then in terms of obviously what you do with it afterwards. Yeah. So we will be wrapping up fairly soon because I've got an allotment vlog to edit.
Yes.
We need to obviously eat at some point.
I've got a load of veg to prep.
Got a load of veg to prep for our evening meal tonight.
Yeah, hell of a lot of veg. So yeah, we should bring this one to a close. It's turned out kind of perfectly. It's like it's out the oven. It's just finished. I think this is what happened with the beef one as well.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a gamble, but we were kind of like Paul said before we went live today. I was like, we're going to actually have time whilst we're live to try some of it, and he was like, well, hopefully we'll just have time. Based on the fact that normally our live streams on YouTube are around an hour and a half
yeah.
On average.
That's what we aim for.
Yeah, give or take.
That's kind of our, you know.
It's a respectable length.
It feels like a nice length to have a live and have a chat.
Yeah.
Not really here from, but that might make a nice vlog.
Maybe. Yeah, I've done cookies before. I've done
Here from,
cookies.
if you've got a good vegan recipe for sugar cookies, or you know of one online, comment on this video when it's over and share me the link, because that might make a nice Christmassy vlog.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've never done that before. So.
We're generally quite gentle with people who arrive late because, as I always say, I'm glad you're here. That's the most important thing. But you're gonna have to go back to the start and watch
we're
it.
just about to finish now.
Because you've missed a belter.
And I will add the link directly to the page with this recipe on it on the 86eats.com website. I'll add it in the description pretty much as soon as we get off here.
Yes. But it's been a delight, as always. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats, which really do help. Our wonderful mods for being here. Although
thank you, mods, always.
Always appreciated. Never expected, but always appreciated.
And there's the rub. Now I've got to go and chop and prepare a hell of a load of veg. Get it in a bowl with a bit of oil and salt and pepper, ready for roasting later on for our delicious dinner tonight. Roasted veg wraps with peanut chili sauce.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it already. I am genuinely, I can't wait for it because I'm already a little bit peckish, but that has sated me momentarily doing a little taster on that one. But yeah, thank you all so much for all of the support, for being here, and for sticking around, you know, for the duration that we've been live. Allotment vlog will be uploaded on the channel on Monday.
And then our usual meals vlog on Tuesday.
Yes.
And pretty soon I'll get back into my kitchen vlogs.
We're rapidly approaching the 1st of December, and that's when Vlogmas starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, and then it'll be a mixed bag, but there'll be something every day for Vlogmas, as we said earlier. So lots of fun times ahead on the channel, as always.
Cheers, kiss you.
Love you,
mister. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out 86 Eats and make yourself some beef and turkey without the horrible.
Let us know how you get on.
We'll see you again soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.